What's up, guys? Welcome back to yet another video. So today I will be teaching you how to get the most out of your necks, your saddles, your capes. Today we'll be using a Grizzly one. Basically only this one, a hook and a little bit of dubbing is all you need for it. Before we get started, I have made a material kit for this fly as well, together with the guys over at Nordic Anglers. So if you want to tie this fly with the exact same materials, check the link down below and it will take you straight to the material kit on the website. Right, so let's jump down to the vise here and get this Grizzly baitfish tied out. Get the thread started here. Now the hook in the vise is of course from Eric's Hooks. No big surprise there. It is the Trout Predator 610 in a size 2. A bit wider hook gap here, as you can see, and the wire is slightly thicker, so this fly will sink not super fast, but it will sink a little bit more than if you were to tie this on a light stinger, for example. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. So get your thread back to somewhere between the hook barb there and the point. And then what you want to do is to plug out 2 feathers here for the tail. And you want to take, so they kind of look like this. And the shorter ones will be up here, and then of course they will get longer towards the tail here. So I want to plug out 2 up here. You might have to search around a little bit to find the right ones. I think these 2 maybe, or yeah, these 2. So get 2 off. See them here. Those are the 2 I chose. And then what you want to do is to kind of line them up like this, and then just kind of measure out how long you want that tail to be. I don't want it that long. So something like this I think would look good. And then what you can do is just to kind of separate the fibers here, and then just pull them back, pull them out, because you don't need that fluffy part back there. And then just trim off this stuff you don't need, and now you're left with 2 feathers with clean stems back there to tie on. So let's get them on. Just make a few loose wraps and then kind of pull the stem until a little part of the feather gets pulled back in under the thread wraps, and then you can just tighten that up. Same thing for the other side. Get my thread back to the tying point right there. Get a feather on, a few loose wraps, don't tighten that up, and then just grab the stem and pull it. I don't know if you can see that there, but pull it in under the thread wraps, and that way it will stop turning and doing all the annoying stuff. So just tighten that up, and that's the tail done there. Let's cut these off. There we go. let's get some dubbing on there. I will be using this Spawn semi-seal, and the color is called 1, 2, 3, 4 Smalt Belly. It's a really cool dubbing. Nice and transparent. It has some flash strands mixed in as well, so the fly will get a little bit of flash in there as well. But you could basically just use the one kind of dubbing for this fly. I will be using 2, but one will definitely work. So just cover up a tiny bit there. And then I want to get some height on the fly. For that I will be plucking out some of the marabou feathers, which are located kind of like underneath the long ones here on the cape. So you can see them here. They're just hiding in here. Just find a nice fluffy one. Pluck that out, and then I kind of like to pull the fibers down like this and just plug off the tip. And that will give it a bit better taper. And you know, we want a good taper on the fly. Put that on with a few loose wraps, and same thing here, just pull that feather back until you have your desired length. I want it to stick out just a little bit behind the hook sorry, behind the hook bend here, and then just spread it out a little bit so it's on the top half of the hook. Tighten that down, go forwards a little bit, trim this off, have a look, it's looking good. Let's get some more dubbing. And this doesn't have to be super neat. It is hidden underneath everything here. So same thing, another marabou feather. Pull the fibers back. This one is a little bit bigger. You didn't see me pull this one off, but this one is a little bit bigger than the previous one, which will also help the fly go from thin to thick and really get that teardrop shape and the taper and all that stuff. Get a few loose wraps on there. Pull the feather back, and this one you want to be you want the tips to stop a little bit before the tips from the previous marabou feather you tied in there, so just a little bit more. Here we go. Secure that, wiggle it around a little bit. So here you can see the, it's kind of like a stickleback, right? Trim that off, clean it up a little bit. Then for some, I guess you could call it, it could imitate the fins of a small baitfish. I want to plug out some of the softer hackles down here. Not marabou and not the thin ones from up here. You want to dig into that saddle and find something like this. So this is kind of like a soft tackle, right? It does have the marabou here, which we don't need, and then some really nice soft clean fibers there. Just pull out the stuff you don't need. Like this. So tie that in. Just on the side there. Come on. Cut off the stem. Get my hackle pliers out here. And then just get a few turns in here. Well, don't worry about this looking a bit messy at this point. You can always tie on top of these fibers with your thread to force them back. So just get a few turns in here. Like this. Secure that. Maybe flip it back over on itself if you have enough of the feather ready, and what you then can do is just to pluck that out. Fold these back. Tie on top of that. Like this. Quick few wraps. There we go. That's looking good to me. So for the head, I will be using some Senio's laser dub because, well, this dubbing is really good for building heads and stuff like that. And as I mentioned, you could leave out the semi-seal and then just use the Senio's laser dub for the body as well. I think I'll tell the guys over at Nordic Anglers to just put in this laser dub in the material kit. It's a bit long, so what I did was I lined it up like this by putting the fibers, pulling them and putting them back on top of each other. Show it down here like this, and align them, but they are way too long, so find the middle roughly and just cut them in half, and then just do the same thing to get them aligned. There we go. And then spread it out a little bit so you have a little clump like this. Get that around the hook as good as you can. Make 2 loose wraps and then just tighten that down. And that will distribute the dubbing around the hook perfectly. So now we have a small head already here made with dubbing. Let's fold that back over on itself and then just make a tiny little thread bump in front of that, and it will stay like this. Right? Let's get a whip finish in. One, let's get another one in just for the safety of it, like that. Cut off your thread. Then you want to brush out any trapped ones, and also that dubbing underneath there. Get some of that out. Just work with it a little bit here. And that there, ladies and gentlemen, is one finished little stickleback kind of thing with a really nice tail here, a lot of movement in it. And I guess you could slam some ice on this one, but I think it looks really cool without the ice. So for once I won't be gluing in some ice and just leave it like this. So a real fishing fly, I guess some people would say, but really killer pattern, I think, and this will be moving straight into my own box. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please make sure you do that. Hit the thumbs up, hit the bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. Check out the material kit in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next video.